I think BDS is like too old school. Can we say old school? Like, they don't use attack and repick that well. They don't flex very well. Like, they don't bring like the Osa one-off strats, the Monty one-off strats, the Glass one-off strats. They don't really play Ying. They don't really do any of that, right? And then you also have the issue of, I don't know, the way they approach the game is very simple, and it always has been. Like, back in the day, it would always be that BDS would have like really bad understanding of strats, but they would just fucking frag it out and just like get kills. Like, there is that like very common saying, or like a very common thing that happened in EUL, and like at one point where they couldn't get the CCTV breach open in Clubhouse, so they just fucking walked in with no breach and killed everybody in both basement and top floor. Like, it's crazy. I'm curious about the stats of BDS specifically. Oh wow. Plus 22 Shaco, minus 22, minus 16 on damage from Bride. Bride having a really bad season, no? Is this the worst Bride season ever? It has to be, no? One of the worst. Has to be. Minus 2 in entry. He does have 2 clutches, so that's still there. But not a good Bride season. Actually, one of the lowest ranked players in terms of KD in the entire league. Like, Kenju's below him. And Prano's below him. And Scyther's below him. Three players have a worse KD than Bride. That's kind of crazy to think about, because like when we talk about Bride, we don't talk about Prano or Scyther or, you know, whatever. But holy crap, Shaiko is good. Yeah, but Shaiko, like, if Shaiko wins his gunfights, BDS are on for a decent day. If Shaiko doesn't slam his gunfights, then they're in for a bad day, you know? I see you guys in chat talking about replacing players in BDS. I actually think, like, my hot take, and I've said this for like a long time, not just now. I think if you were to kick one player from BDS, you would kick Alemsh. And it's not because he's the worst player, because I don't think anyone here has any upgrades really, but I think kicking the IGL is going to impact the team more than just replacing a player. Like, if you replace Bride, you just get another support player. Nothing changes, right? Shaiko, different injury player, nothing changes, whatever. If you replace the IGL, everything changes, right? Because the way BDS plays the game, the way they envision the game, the way they call the game, that's their weakness. So if you replace the IGL, all of that has a possibility to change positively. It can also go the other way, which is like, they become dog shit terrible. But to be completely honest, they're not far from dog shit terrible right now. They're not. They're basically barely holding on by a thread against Secret, with Shaco dropping 18 and 7. Right? Like, you can replace Alemsh as an IGL, and these players will still perform this way. Because this is just Shaco's show. Brady has had a bad game, got like 0 kills in defense, whatever. But I feel like if you were to take the IGL difference, that could be the most valuable part. The issue is, who's gonna replace Alemsh as a French IGL? P4s and Wolves, Rises and Wolves, whatever. They would need an actual suitable replacement, or change the IGL to someone else. I like that. Holy fuck, dude. Renchi's a madman. He just drops with the fucking Retero drone, gets 3 kills. Oh my god. Drops the heads to side. Gets the 4th mid-air hipfire headshot, and he almost gets the ace! What? There's no way. What the fuck just happened? What? What? That's Renchi, not fucking Shaiko popping off. I do think Rafael is the weak link, Chaslo. I still think that's true. Like, individually speaking, I do think Rafael brings the least value to the team. Not IGLing, not flashy, not crazy statistically, not really flexing much, right? But impact-wise, if you were to replace one player, what would give you the most impactful change would be the IGL, which is Alemsh. Unless they've changed that, of course, right? That's what I'm saying. So if I were to replace one player performance-wise, I would replace Rafael probably. If I were to replace one impact, like, part of it, I'll replace the IGL. Get a new IGL. It depends what you want to change, really.
why this maneuver, was executed in certain way. Like,
because say you kick Rafael, you get another entry player to help Shaiko, then you put Brit or Renshi on flex, maybe a Lemsh on support, right? Let's say a Lemsh goes support, Brit can play flex, Renshi can play flex, or Renshi can stay on this role, whatever. That could be a good change, possibly. Or you just change the IGL, this stays the same, and the way you call the game changes. It's like one or the other.
Did you just tank a Runigate as well? Yeah.